In the last video we looked at how to find the gradient of a line if we get given 2 points. We also looked at how to find the equation of a line if we get given 1 point and we get given its gradient, how to find it in this form as y equals mx plus c. And I'm going to move on in this video to what's called the midpoint of a line, so the midpoint of a line. So let's say that I have 2 points. Let's pick some easy points. So let's say I have the point 1, 1, and I have another point, let's say 5, 5, and I have a line that goes from the point 1, 1 to the point 5, 5, and I want to know what is the midpoint of that line. So let's graph this out actually, so that you get a good understanding of what's going on. You get a good visual representation. So this is going to be my x, this is going to be my y, and I'm going to say, right, so my point 1, 1, let's do that in purple. So this is going to be 1, so that's 1, that's 1. So this is going to be my point there, and I'm going to have my point, this is 2, 3, 4, 5, this is number 5 here, 2, 3, 4, 5 again. So let's go along here to there. So I have my line, let's do it in blue. So my line goes from the point 1, 1 to the point 5, 5. And I want to know what is the middle point in that line. Where is the middle of that line? So we can say it's somewhere in here, we think is going to be the middle of that line. But it's not enough to just say it kind of vaguely like that. So let's calculate it. How do we find the midpoint? Well, what we're going to do is we're going to go halfway between this x-coordinate of the first point and the x-coordinate of the second point. So what's halfway between 1 and 5? Well, to get that, we can go 5 plus 1 over 2, take the average of them, which is going to be 3. So the halfway point, the x-coordinate, the halfway point between these two on the x-axis is going to be 3. It's going to be 3 there. So we're going to go up like that, and we're going to hit this in here somewhere. And we'll do exactly the same for the y-coordinate to get the middle y-coordinate, and it turns out it's exactly the same. So it's 5 plus 1 over 2, which is going to be equal to 3. So this right over here, this is our x-coordinate here for the midpoint. This is our y-coordinate here. So the midpoint between those two is 3, 3. Now I hope you already got that. I hope that you got that as soon as I wrote these two things down. I hope that you realized the midpoint was 3, 3. But I wanted to show you with a really kind of easy example, so that if I gave you something like this, I gave you something like minus 7, 18, and I don't know, maybe minus 2, minus 6. So if I gave you something like that, then you would know what to do, because it's not such a simple example. So let's actually do that. I've just made those numbers up. Let's actually do exactly the same thing as what we did. So what's the middle point between minus 7 and minus 2? So let's do minus 7 plus minus 2, which is going to be minus 2, so that's minus 9. Minus 9 over 2. Minus 9 over 2 is going to be minus 4.5. Minus 9 over 2. And then for our y-coordinate there is going to be 18 plus minus 6, so minus 6 over 2. 18 take away 6 is 12, over 2 is going to be 6. So our midpoint between these 2 points, let's call this point A and this point B. So the midpoint of the line AB is going to be the point minus 4.5, comma 6. And that is how to calculate the midpoint of a line.